What up, Vezzy Parmesan, Hot106's Rise and Grind Morning Show. Got my man Jay the S in the building with me today.
What's the deal? What's going on,
What
brother?
up, man?
Cooler, man.
Jay the S, Jay the Snake.
Yes, indeed. That's what it stands for.
We were talking a little bit before we opened up the cameras and everything. It comes from wrestling in the background.
Does, man. You know, my nickname was Jake the Snake growing up just because Jake has been my name, but watched wrestling, that was my favorite dude, so I was like, yeah, I like that nickname, let me keep that. So all through, you know, growing up, middle school, high school, till now, that's just been what it is.
So every time you jump on a verse or a track or anything, you got to put the DDT on it? Is that what you do?
Yeah, yo, man, I
was
putting it on kids in my neighborhood when I was little, so then, you know, it's only natural, I put it on the musical side now, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah.
So how long you been in the rap game, man?
I mean, I've been in the hip-hop game since I was a kid, man.
Yeah.
Like, my mother used to drop me off at breakdance lessons when I was like 9, 10. I was writing graffiti when I was an early teenager. I didn't even, start rapping, even, like, freestyling around until I was, like, 18. And then maybe started writing after that, recording. But that was all for fun. I think I was, like, 21, 22 is when I really started making it something I wanted to do for fun. I was battling a lot in New England and Boston. And I wasn't a battle MC, but I was just going to do that so I could catch wreck. You know what I'm saying? And then I just got into like recording, and some cats wanted to put me in the studio and stuff. And so, you know, I've been going at it since around then. But like the last 3 years is when it's been like career time, like when I've been doing it, you know, full time. I'll be out in New York a lot, yeah, and that's when the pushes began, you know.
Now you were born Springfield, Mass.
Yep.
413.
Yes.
Got love right there.
Western Massachusetts, man.
You already know.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
By way of Boston now.
Yeah, it actually, there's a strange little twist in there before the Boston shit. I was born in Springfield, and then right away I went back to the West Indies, the Caribbean, Nevis and St. Kitts.
Okay.
My parents was living there before, and I was conceived there, and I was supposed to be born down there. I was flown back to be born here because hospital situations down there weren't all that at the time, and my mother had to have you know, the knifey belly thing to pull me out. I was a big baby, so if they had to do it down there, one of us wouldn't have made it. So we came back here after, like, you know, 2 weeks after, then we went back there, and then I came back to the States when I was like 4 or 5, you know.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then went to Boston, and that's where you've been flourishing. Have you found it, like, you know, coming out in the hip-hop game any more difficult being in Boston? Do you feel like, are you making a lot of trips to New York? Do you think Boston's held you back a little bit?
Well, I mean, okay, like before I got to Boston, I was around Western Mass and, like, you know, and the whole New England area. I moved around, so I understood what it was about, and, you know, being in Boston, and that's where I started rapping. That's where I started my music. By the time I was, you know, doing that, I didn't really notice how much it could hold you back, because there wasn't a lot of big artists from Boston in hip hop.
Yeah.
Maybe in other genres.
You can name them on one hand.
Yeah, but I loved it. I loved them, and I was like, you know, I never thought it would be something that would be an issue. And then as I started to try as a career, I noticed it was kind of hard. But you know, there's only so much you can do in every city. Certain cities are major central places for music. New York, LA, and now Atlanta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I do what I do in Boston. I rock it out. I love it, and I make as much noise there as I can. But my management, they're out of New York, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in New York all the time. I was living in New York for the last 3 years, you know what I'm saying? Back and forth, you know, but that's where you can make a lot of the real big connections to take me to other places. So I'm always in Boston, and I never let that not be a part of what I'm representing, because that really gave birth to my whole style. But you know, you gotta venture out of your home base, because that's how you grow. And if you don't, you're gonna stay local. I would love I love New England, you know what I'm saying? But I like to be able to be playing shows in Cali, in Florida, Chicago. I like traveling, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I limited my resources.
So if you were gonna give some advice to cats that are up and coming from the New England area, Providence, Boston, Springfield, wherever, you would say 95 is your friend, right? Yeah, and you gotta be mobile. You gotta have your home base feeling you. You got to get support at home, rock those shows, get those fans, get that love, rock with everybody in your region, but be making those trips, man. Be playing those shows elsewhere and making those connections, because you never know. Somebody could take you to a whole new level, a whole new plateau that you only had a glass ceiling in your hometown with, you know what I'm saying? So for people who don't know Jay the S, they're not very familiar with your music. Now, you've worked with people like The Locks in the past. You work with Jada Kiss, right? Yeah,
with Jada, Styles, Devin the Dude, B.O.B., Saigon, a lot of the Slaughterhouse Cats, Cool G Rap, a lot of people.
Work with a lot of people. So what kind of lane, avenue, who would you compare your music to?
Yes.
You know,
you got to be careful. You don't want to compare yourself to anybody, because then people are going to try to throw you in a box and say he sound like so and so.
Right.
So I you know, I always will. If I'm asked, I would always say I sound like Jay the S. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to do with my music is, by collaborating with all these different artists, okay, you got a B.O.B., you got a Jadakiss, very different. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got a Cool G Rap, then you get a new dude like Saigon who I do records, very different. I show my versatility by doing songs with all these dudes, but when I do it, it's always me. You want to put your style out there, so you making the other guy cater to your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing a Jadakiss record with Jadakiss. I'm doing a Jay the S record that's got Jada on it.
Right.
I'm not doing a Devin the Dude record with Devin the Dude. I'm doing a Jake the Snake record. Devin's on it. So you always want to make sure you solidify what your style is. You don't want to sound like nobody. I speak a lot about real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real life stuff, whether it's a social issue, political issue, things with women, girls, like whatever. I want to make that sound cool, though. You can make that righteous shit sound fly. You don't have to be boring and preaching to them. I'm building with you. So that's my whole niche, is taking real shit but making it sound fun. People be dancing in my shows and they don't even know what they're dancing to.
Yeah.
You know? And it's a good thing because it allows me to reach more people with my message. And I still have fun. I still be talking about this and that and the third. Don't get it twisted. It's not school.
Right.
This is music. But I use that as a tool. So that's kind of where I go with it. You know, I want to make creative music, always pushing the boundaries sonically and content-wise, but make it big, making these records big and fun to listen to. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And make it relatable all
exactly,
at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, are there artists out there that you aspire to work with? Who would be the pinnacle artist that you would just drop everything for and record a track with?
I mean, not just hip-hop artists, because there's cats I want to work with that are like, you know, Damian Marley.
Yeah.
I'm a huge reggae fan. Growing up in the Caribbean before I came to the States, that was the first music I ever heard. Damian Marley and Nas, I would love to work with. Not that they work together, just because I really respect both of them. I mean, Sade, if I could get Sade on a record, that'd be crazy. I mean, that's real hard for anybody.
Only
you know
collab she ever did was Jay-Z.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. You know, I'm a huge UGK fan, so, you know, rest in peace, Pimp C, but Bun B would be dope to work with. I'd love to work with Snoop, Slick Rick. Slick Rick is like my all-time favorite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So, you know, and then there's a lot of new cats that I really respect that I would work with too. You know, it's hard. I want to work with more than just rap artists. So different singers from different genres. That's really what I want to do.
Do you feel like, you know, would you limit your music to hip hop specifically, or would you like? Because a lot of people are reaching out into other genres of music right now, and they're making, like, even B.O.B.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of music with.
It crosses over.
Yeah, we just talked to him last week. And he was telling us he can't tell us who's going to be on the album, but he's working with some other artists in other genres of music, and it's going to be a whole new level of hip-hop is what he was saying.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some artists who really want to stick to the pure hip-hop thing and just work with hip-hop artists, and that's cool if that's what you want. I've always embraced different kinds of music, different genres. I'm a fan of everything, you know what I'm saying? So I bring that together in my music. My new album that's coming out soon, The Last Days, definitely showcases other genres of music. I mean, it's got indie rock feels, classic rock feels, soul, reggae vibes, a little electro. But it's all still cohesive with hip-hop is the bass, but I definitely draw from that. And also with the collaborations on there, the different kind of vocalists, the live instrumentation, I'm drawing from that, so it allows me to get that crossover love. So some cats that maybe aren't full hip-hop fans, but they like something that has a rock influence, or they like that up-tempo dance shit, or they like reggae. I'm giving it to them, but it's still got the hip-hop bass, so I'm not losing my bass fans. My core isn't going to be disappointed, but I'm drawing from those other places to make it more musical, because it gives the music more longevity.
Yeah, it gives,
you know what I'm saying?
Depth.
Exactly. It definitely does. And that's I pride myself on that, you know. That's really what I've been striving for with this project.
That's dope. Now, what is one thing that you want to accomplish per se in music? Like, some people might be, I want to sell out Yankee Stadium, I want to go diamond, I want to go platinum, I just want to be able to be recognized at the mall. Like, what is it that drives you, or what would be, you know, like, you know, once you achieve it, you'd be like, wow, I just shut shit down. It's on a whole nother level right now.
I think when I was first starting to do this, I mean, like, yo, I want to rap. I think I had more aspirations to be well known and be able to do all these TV interviews and be noticed and, you know, stuff like that. And it's changed a lot, especially with my new project. Really, the things I want most right now is my music to be touching people.
Yeah.
So even when I play these shows, say I play a small show in another city, somewhere in another state, when people come up to me like, yo, man, I seen that video for One Day Left, or I heard this song, like, yo, that was real to me. Like, you know, I was in jail, I heard that song on the radio, that was touching me, like, I really identify with it. That's more important to me than any amount of sales, any sellouts, working with any artist. That is what's actually driving me the most, because the music I'm making is connecting with people, and that's the most feedback I get from people. It's like, yo, I really like what you were saying because I feel that.
Yeah.
I identify with that. I want people to say that about this whole album. I want people to really take it in, love it, feel like I'm with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no better with you. I'm not some artist that's going to act like I'm above you. I want to be right there with you in the trench. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I love that people can feel that about me with my music, and I want them to take it home and rock with it and for a long time, have long-lasting power. That's my biggest achievement. The things I'm saying with this music, I just want it to be heard and received. That's the most important right now. Yeah.
That's dope, man. Now you were talking about you got this new project coming out.
Yeah, the last day is January 18th.
Full-length album?
Full length. It's got appearances in production. I got Styles P.
Dope.
I got Pill from Maybach Music. I got my man Emilio Rojas, who's a poppin' New York artist.
Really dope.
I got production from the Kick Drums, who are crazy. You gotta check them out. They're doing a lot of big things. I got M Phases, who's from Australia, who does it a lot for a lot of big dudes. My man Jay Cardam, who's from Boston, who's got crazy production credits. And I got my own crew, The Greater Good, on there. So I'm looking forward to it. January 18th, that drops. Go to jthas.com for your updates and find out where everything's at and all that. But I'm excited for it, man. It's real good, real good.
That's dope, man. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Vezzy.
Best of luck with that, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Twitter, jthas.com.
Yep, jthas.com. The Twitter is twitter.com/jthas, facebook.com/jthas. And if you go to YouTube and you want to see some crazy visuals that are atypical for rap, go to youtube.com/jthasgg. It stands for Greater Good. That's my crew, GG.
Nice. Yeah. And you got the video out right now, right?
I have a couple videos out right now. I have a few.
The one with Styles P?
Oh, that one actually, the single is out. The video is coming real soon.
Right.
Okay. With a couple other videos from the album. There's going to be a lot of visuals off the album. I play to the visuals big because they win for me, you know.
All right.
So, yeah, definitely, man.
Jake the Snake, Jay the S, look for him, out of Boston, by way of Springfield, somewhere was in the Caribbean, in the middle of all that.
Shouts to all the Western Mass, too, in New England, because I've been there every place, you know.
Yeah, shouts to Western Mass, the West Indies, and Boston.
Yes.
Jay the S, Jake the Snake. Appreciate you coming through. Hot106. Vezzy Parmesan. I got my man Jay the S. He's about to drop some freestyle on your ass. Let's do it one time, man.
Okay. Jay the S, Jake the Snake, that's my pseudonym. I get up in your girl like a Nuva ring. I came here to do my thing, cause these other rappers straight booty like Smooth and King. Nah, I'm Greater Good skating on them. Or my dog's locked, I'ma keep it baking for him. Hope he got somebody praying for him, cause if they got it and we want it, we gon' take it from him. Get it, split it, flip it, slow. Go and get some more, then go and get that dope, cause yo, this the indie hustle where there ain't advances. Sipping Merlot in a linen suit, I'm taking chances. I keep it shaking like a few maracas. But when I bring the light, you running off like cucarachas. You dudes are garbage. I'll be like Hugo Chavez, screaming on the government like middle finger. Fuck 'em, kid. jthas.com. Vezzy 106. What up, Providence?
Can we just get the custom sneaker real quick?
Adidas, baby. Boston all day. A-Dogs, Greater Good. J-That's Greater Good Adidas. Custom, because that's how the Greater Good rolls. You know what I'm saying?
I need to get a pair of those.
Yeah, man. Holler at me. I got you.
Jay the S, Vezzy Parmesan.